Yeah, hello guys, good evening all. So welcome back to our session. Okay, last class, which topic we have seen? Okay, let me start our session. Servers first of all. ఇది కూడా. Okay, so in today's session, we are going to start the concept called conditions. So guys, this concept is going to be very, very important for all of you and damn sure interview question. Okay, so to understand this concept of conditions, first of all, you need to know about what is the meaning of cluster. All of you know what is the meaning of cluster? What is a cluster, sir? Group of nodes or group of servers, not services. Okay, group of services is what we can call as application, but here we are talking about cluster. So if I go and see now, so first of all, let's understand what is the meaning of, I think this loops done handlers. Okay, so this one condition. First of all, when we are speaking about condition is fine, but before that, let's try to understand cluster. Cluster is group of, already here we have Ansible cluster. Okay, in this cluster, two of them are developing nodes and two of them are testing nodes. All these are going to manage by the Ansible main server. Correct or not, sir? This is what we can call as cluster, which means group of servers. So in the cluster, we have two type of things. First one, homogeneous cluster. Second one, homogeneous means if I have 10 servers and the 10 servers are same operating system and same flavor. For example, all of the 10 servers are Linux only, but all of the 10 servers are using Ubuntu flavor. Which flavor? Or all of the 10 flavors are Red Hat flavor. That is called as homogeneous. Everything will be same. Heterogeneous means in the 10 servers, 5 are Red Hat and 5 are Ubuntu. Then that is what we can call as heterogeneous cluster. Which cluster? So tell me, what is the cluster now? Group of servers. How many type of clusters do we have? What are those? Homogeneous and homo means same OS, same flavor. Heterogeneous means different OS and different. Okay, now, so now here if you see, so this conditions concept used to execute this model when we have different clusters. Understand, for Red Hat servers, which package manager will execute? That is for Red Hat. And for Ubuntu, which package manager will execute? Correct or not, sir? For Red Hat, it is going to be M. For Ubuntu, it is going to be. Now I have the cluster. In this cluster, two servers are Red Hat servers and two of them are Ubuntu servers. For Red Hat, M need to be used. Which one? M. And for Ubuntu, apt. Now in this case, what we're going to do? First of all, we will install Git by using yum package manager. And next we will install Git by using apt package manager. Correct or not, sir? If you do like this, you need to run playbook 2 times. How many times? That is not going to be the correct method. For that purpose, here what we will do is we will try to frame the playbook like this. Let's just see how it is going to work for you. VM, give the playbook name. Okay, so I'm removing everything here. First of all, here hyphen hosts, all tasks, hyphen name of the task, installing Git on Red Hat. Already we have seen this one. So how we can write M, name is equal to Git, state is equal to next here, name, installing Git on Ubuntu this time. Where? So this here I need to use apt. Why? Because Ubuntu support only apt, sir. Okay. Name is equal to state present, right? So now my question is how to know whether our server is Red Hat server or Ubuntu server. We have 4 servers, right? How to know whether those are Red Hat or Ubuntu? Can we use setup module? Ansible all hyphen m. If you go and see, it is going to give complete information of our server. Already we know. So now if you scale up, here you can see Ansible OS family. What is my Ansible OS family? Correct or not, sir? So if I use setup module, I need to search for everything. So in that case, can use grep command. Grep, just type hyphen I to avoid case sensitive, type family. So all of my 4 servers are going to be Red Hat. Which one? So I need to write this condition. Okay. VM inside raham.yml. Go here and write. First command need to execute. When it need to execute? When my Ansible operating system is equal to, that is double is equal to, okay. When my Ansible operating system is equal to Red Hat, execute the first task. No, sir. If my Ansible operating system flavor or like family is equal to Debian, remove this one. Like Ubuntu actually. Okay. So here I'm writing Ubuntu. If my Ansible operating system is Red Hat, execute the first one. Or if my Ansible operating system is equal to Ubuntu, execute the second task. Now you tell me which task will execute? First or second? How can you tell it is first one? Because we already know all of our servers are Red Hat. So condition number 1 is going to satisfy here. Which one? Condition number 1. Try to execute. What happened to this one? Why it skipped? Condition is not satisfied, right? What is the condition we mentioned here? If you go and see, if my Ansible server is Ubuntu, that means my Ansible server operating system is Ubuntu, then only execute this one, or otherwise don't execute. Condition number 2. And for condition number 1, if my Ansible server is Red Hat, then only execute that condition. Otherwise, don't execute. Correct or not? This is how the conditions are going to work for you. So now let's write one more condition for this. This time I'll tell you the end, but before that, wait. We need to uninstall them, right? So to uninstall, can I use set command for replace? So percentile s/ I need to replace present with option first of all. Or simply you can go outside of the file. Just type set command. Already set command we use lastly. Install. We need to put uninstall. That means here present I need to give this as absent. Install with uninstall. As well as git I want to give it as git start. And after that I want to give install with uninstall also. So all of you are using set command, right? Or still any issues are using set command. So installing I want to replace with uninstalling. Try to execute the playbook now. So now it is going to uninstall the git package. Is it uninstalling or not, sir? What happen if I don't give star? Dependencies will not be removed. VM ram.yml. If you see here, sir, present we need to replace with option. Was it replaced there? No, right? If it is not replaced, it is not going to remove. That is the reason why we got green color. Have you seen this one? Inside here, you have given everything, but have you given present with option? It is the reason why it is not replaced. So, of course, you can do it inside of the file also. If you want me to show inside of the file, percentile s/ present, I want to replace with. Oh, wait. Hmm. 1 second. Percentile s/ present, I want to replace with absent. Replace, no? Now try to execute the playbook. It is going to come like yellow color. Why? Because now you are uninstalling it perfectly. Clear or not, sir? So this is the way how conditions are going to work. Now can we write one more condition? If my Ansible server is equal to Red Hat, install Docker. Or if my Ansible operating system is Ubuntu, install tree package. Can you tell me the syntax for it? But in the meanwhile, I'll try to give this example on your notes. Give me a second. Or anyways, you have it here, right? So no need to give. Second example is just understand if my Ansible, I'm removing everything. If my Ansible server is Red Hat, I need to install Docker. Or if it is Ubuntu, I need to install tree package. First of all, write here hyphen hosts. All next tasks. Tell me name, installing Docker on Red Hat. In Red Hat, R and H must be capital M. Name is equal to Docker. State is equal to when this need to be executed. When my Ansible OS family is equal to Red Hat. Okay. So now second one. So second one, I'll copy paste the same thing to save the time. So while you are executing the second one here, installing tree on which node? All nodes, but on Ubuntu flavor. So I need to give here installing tree on Ubuntu. So when I need to execute this one, when Ansible OS family is equal to, but my Ansible OS family is always, how can I know? By using setup module. Which module? Now if you run this one, automatically Docker is going to install. What is going to install? But what about tree? Is it going to install? No, why it is not going to install? Because it is not Red Hat, right? It is not satisfying the condition. If condition is satisfied, task will execute. If it's not satisfied, it's not going to execute. So this is the way how you are going to deal with the conditions. Is condition concept clear for all of you guys now? Everyone. So if you want to uninstall, what I will put now instead of just use set command. See, always use set command. Install I want to replace with uninstall. And I want to replace with present. With So now run the playbook again. Now again, which one is going to uninstall? Docker or tree? Why Docker? Only that condition is satisfied. Other conditions are not going to satisfy. So this is the way how to work with the concept of condition. Sir, have you got the clarity about condition now? Everyone. Online, what about you? Is the condition concept clear for all of you? Can you please confirm? Fine. So next concept is going to be Ansible handlers. What is the next concept? Sir, handler is nothing but here whenever task 1 is depending upon task 2, then handler comes into the action. So if I go here, just understand. For example, see this scenario. I want to restart Apache. What I want to do? Restart I want Apache. But before restart, first of all, Apache need to install or not, sir? So restarting a service is depending upon. That means task 2 is directly or indirectly depending upon task 1. For these kind of things, we can use the concept called handlers. What we can use? When one task is depending upon another task, then handler will comes into the place. Now, how to write the playbook for a handler? See, very important. First of all, tell me the playbook to install Apache. All of you, tell me hyphen hosts. Wait, got stuck. Is the power gone or what? Online, are you able to hear me? Okay, then why it is not working? So terminal got stuck here. It is also working fine. Okay, it's fine. So tell me how to write the playbook. Hosts all. Next task. Task is first of all name. Guys, name of the task can be anything. Okay. Apache. Or you can call it as HTTPD. Okay. Next, tell me the module, how to install. HTTPD state is equal to. After installing this one, I want to start my service. So I'm using notify. What I'm using? Notify means it's the name of the other task. Notify means what? Whenever this task is completed, whatever the name you put on notify, it will directly tell to the task. So here in notify, I am telling restarting HTTPD. Okay. So now this here you are using handlers, right? So write handlers. In handlers, just to give hyphen name. Whatever the name you gave for notify, same name you need to update here. If the names are not matching, then handler will not execute. I'll show you practically. Now I want to start the service. So I'm using which module? Tell me, name is equal to next. State is equal to started. STARTED, right? So remember these two names must be matched. These two names must be, if these names are not matching, the task will not execute. If you want me to show, for intentionally, I'm removing this name. I'm making HTTP there and HTTPD here. Is the name matching? Then if I try to execute playbook, see what's going to happen. Installing HTTPD is working, right? But what happened? Error. See, the requested handler restart HTTP was not found. That means in the playbook called raham.yml, here you want me to tell a task called restarting HTTP. That means after it is installing, you want me to notify to the task called restart HTTP. But what is the name of other task here? That means the task name and notifier both are wrong or not, sir? You need to change any one of them. So here I'm writing HTTPD. Is it matching now? That means After executing the task, it is going to notify to one more task. What is the name of one more task? Automatically it will perform, sir. So this is also one of the important concept for your Ansible. Definitely it is going to be an interview question, no doubt. So conditions and handlers both are important. If you see there, what happened there? Is playbook performed properly? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Where is second task, man, there? It's not performed. Why? Because HTTP is already installed. Na? See, what is the intention of playbook here? First of all, it need to install HTTP. Once it is installed, then only this task will perform, right? But in this playbook, if you are seeing green color, what is the meaning of green color? That means already this task is performed. So this task is not performing now. If this task is not performing now, how come it will tell to task number 2 to perform? Is the point triggered for all of you? Main purpose of handler is whenever you install HTTPD, then it is going to start. That means if you want to start task number 2, task number 1 to perform successfully, right? But your task number 1 is not performed. Why? Because it is already installed. For that purpose, can we remove HTTPD? Is it removed now? So now try to install and this one. Now task 1 is performing successfully. Is task 2 running now? That means task 1 is depending upon your task number 2 or not, sir. This is how the Ansible is going to work for all of you. Is working with Ansible clear for all of you? Like this handlers concept. So it is telling that running handler, it is not the task, it is the handler. Basically, whenever you perform, it will come as task. But this time it is coming running as a, it will execute whenever this task is performed successfully. If this is not performed successfully, it won't run either. My point clear for all of you? Again, if I want to uninstall them, what I need to put here? Present I need to replace with option. And install I want to replace with for that purpose. Can I use set command? And one more thing, whenever you are using this one, right? So for HTTP, just put star. It is important. S slash HTTPD with HTTPD star. Oh, here slash is missing. It uninstalling or not, sir? No. What happened there? What just happened there? Restarting HTTP got failed. Why it got failed? Because we uninstall them or not, sir? Whenever you uninstall HTTP, how can it going to be restart? Is it going to possible? This is the concept of using handlers. My point clear for all of you? So fine. So this is one more very important. So these two handlers and conditions are going to be very important for your interview question. Definitely this question you will face on interview. No doubt at all. Again, handler, one task is depending upon other task. When task one is executed, it will notify to task to perform the action. But what is the main thing here? Notify and handler. Name should be same. Otherwise, it won't execute, sir. Have I shown that practical or not, sir? Now, handler and conditions is clear for all of you, or you are having any issues on it? Yes or no? Guys, I'm asking you only. If it is clear, just tell me clear, or otherwise, no. If you don't give response, what I need to think? I'm explaining multiple examples for you only, right? I can explain one example, and each concept will take only 5 minutes. But why I'm going for multiple examples? For you only, na? Then if you don't respond, then what is the using of multiple examples? Try to give response, okay? Fine. Okay, online, for what about you? Is the handlers and condition clear for all of you? Can you please confirm on chat? Fine. So next concept already setup module, you know, right? What is the purpose of using setup module? Is it to print complete information of worker nodes. Command is Ansible all -m. Whatever you want, you can filter the things like this. But here my question is, I'll tell you one thing, and I think so shell command run this modules, raw module, command module, shell module, fine. So next here, we will create one customization work for our admin level. Okay, see, I'll give one scenario for all of you. How many worker nodes do I have? 4. So I want complete information of worker node. What I need to have? I think this one. It will give me complete information. But trust me, here I'll give one real-time task for you. If you are having 100 servers, how many servers? You want to print the server name. You want to print that how many CPUs to that server. You want to print that how much of memory is there. You want to print that how much of EBS volume is there. And you want to print the IP address of that node. And you want to print that server operating system name. You want to print the package manager. And you want to print the flavor also. So all of this you want to print, sir. Basically, this command will show. If you go and see, if I want to see number of CPUs, are you seeing Ansible processor CPUs here? This is the key. It is the value. Are you seeing key value here? Go up. If you want to see Ansible package manager, what it is? An Ansible OS family, Ansible node name. And here, if you go size available, how much of size available here? Some X size. Okay. Are you seeing here block size? Seeing it or not? And are you seeing memory here? Sir, if you see, you will get complete information like this. But I don't want complete information. I want only memory information, CPU information, server name, package manager, OS flavor. I want only this. Then how you can do it? Already we seen in grep command, right? If I want package manager, grep -i pkg. I'm seeing package manager here. Okay. If I want CPU next, are you seeing package manager? Just give grep -i CPU. Are you seeing CPU here? Or if I want to see the memory information, can I give MEN? Sir, listen, here you want to list out these 7 parameters. How many parameters? That means how many comments you want to run. That to daily you want to run or not, sir? It is going to be manual work, which is not very, very recommended. For that purpose, I'll create one custom playbook. What I'll create? For that purpose, first of all, I'll write the module called debug module. You need to understand what is the meaning of debug. Debug is a module which is used to print the message in the Ansible. For example, if I want to print any message here, what I can use is I can use a module called debug. Which one? So go here in tasks. I'm not writing the name. I'm writing debug. What am I writing? Debug here, write message. What is the message I want to print here? Or like this, 1 second. Name, printing a content. For example, whatever. So I'm using debug module. So what is the message I'm using? Here I'm using, hi all, my name is Raham. Is printing or not, sir? By using which module we can print messages? Debug module. In Ansible, if you want to print any kind of message, so we need to use the module called debug module. So this one is clear. Now, see, first of all, go to setup model. Whatever the information you want, pick that information. If I want to print CPUs, copy this and paste it somewhere. So if I give this, I'll get the CPU information, right? And if I want to get the memory information, or if I want to get package manager, Ansible package manager, this is the value. So this is the key I want to give. If I want to get OS family, this is the key. Or if I want to get the node name, Ansible underscore node name, this is the key, right? So everything first of all you need to list out. And whatever you want, if you want total Ansible memory, take this one. That is total memory. And if you want to see free memory, you can see it here. Ansible free memory. First of all, take the values whatever you want to print. If you want to print package manager, take this value. If you want to print node name, take this value. You know how to take these values to? How I am taking? From the setup module. Which module? If I give setup model, from there I am taking. So now I'll write one playbook. How to write the playbook means see. VIM, just to go to raham.bat. I'm using this debug module only. Okay. So just remove all of them and here write my node name is, okay, my node name is, just take these values as variable. How to get the node name? Which one I want to use? Ansible node name, right? This value will give me the node name. What that value will give me? Node name and comma for my node. What is the operating system family, comma this node flavor is, can I use this value? Ansible OS family, can I use this one? This value will print me the node name and this value will print me the of all the servers, not one, of all the servers. Now just to give comma and write like this. So now the package manager is, again open this, close this, but in the middle what you need to put if you want to get the package manager? Ansible package manager. Take this. Okay. Again comma. So now here I want to get the CPU information. The CPU size is, again open this and close this. So here how to get CPU information? Ansible underscore processor underscore vCPUs, right? And give comma. Here I'm creating my customized output, sir. Here in the letters, whatever you want write, you can write. Here I'm creating my customized output as per my requirement. Next here, if I want to get memory information, the total RAM, memory means in the sense here, the total RAM is, how to get the RAM information? Ansible mem total MB. Comma. Finally, I want to see total memory free. How much of memory is free now? So this value. Free memory is clear now? First of all, here, what is the module I'm using? Why I'm using debug module? To print messages, as well as to print the values customizably. First of all, here I take the values. How these values I have taken with the help of already setup model. From the setup model, I take this value and I am writing some content. This content is my own content. You can add whatever you want. Now, these values, sorry, this key is going to get the value from Ansible servers, right? Now, if I execute Ansible -playbook raham.yml. Now see, will I get the values or not, sir? Am I getting values? How am I getting the values? See, this is the IP address of my test one. For test one, what is the flavor? And what is the package manager? How many CPUs is testing one have? How much of RAM do we have? 950 MB. And how much of RAM is free? For server number 2 called test. Red Hat, M, total CPU is 1, total RAM is 952, but how much of RAM is free? And for developing one, so same Red Hat, M, CPUs, total RAM and free RAM. So now have I created my customized output or not, sir? Now tell me, in real time, if you want to directly get the values, can we use setup module or can we directly execute the playbook? If I directly execute the playbook, whatever the values I want, I'm getting the values or not, sir. So guys, this will save a lot of time, but a lot of work in real time. Why? Because if we have 100 servers, for 100 servers, you cannot log into 100 servers and you cannot check the values, right? But if I create my own playbook like this with my own thinking ability, can I automate the entire work or not, sir? This is the way how you need to work on a real time. Okay. So this is not a concept. This is the way how you need to work. This is not a concept on your syllabus. The reason why I'm teaching is you need to analysis and you need to experiment on yourself. How you need to think in real time. My point clear? Is the playbook give you some clarity? What clarity you got by this playbook? You said we got some clarity. What is the clarity you got now? Of course, you can tell on Telugu also if you want. Fine. I mean, like for explanation. To see the node information, enter information or customize information. For enter information, which model we can use? Why we are not using enter information? Why? Because it will get lot of information. It will take some time to search whatever I want. For that purpose, I am using the customize output. With the help of which module? Of course, we can do it by help of Jinja to template also. In real time, Jinja to template also use it to create the customize output. Which output? So first of all, let me give this content. And one more thing, see in setup module, whenever you are executing a value that need to start with Ansible only. Which one? For example, if you go and see here I have this one. So if you go and see, are you seeing block used? What is the value? Some X value, right? So if I try to use this value, VM raham.yml, if I try to use this value, see what will happen. The used block is something I'm giving here. Now, if I try to execute this one, just execute the playbook, it is going to show something for me. See, the playbook got executed. It won't execute. Why? Because whenever you are executing the values, value need to start with Ansible. But what is the last value here I have given? If you see, block size, right? What is the last value here? Block used. Is it starting with Ansible? But remaining all other is going to start with Ansible. Ansible node name, Ansible OS family, Ansible package manager, Ansible processor, total RAM of Ansible, total memory. It is everything start with Ansible, but it is not starting. Is my point clear for all of you? If the value need to be worked, it must be need to start with Ansible. And one more thing, I forgot to tell you about Ansible actually. This is a small editor actually, like I'll tell you later. For example, if you do some mistake on Ansible syntax, this AML lint is going to verify that mistakes. Anyone got syntax mistakes on your practice? Everyone will got. Next time, whenever you got syntax mistake, just go for Google and type YAML lint. What you need to type? Go here and switch on the very first link. For example, if your syntax is mistake, I'm making mistakes intentionally. Click on go. It is telling that below line number 4 and line number 5, we have the mistake. Here, if I start with this hyphen, every value need to be on same line. Is the first mistake correct now? And here mistake is below the 5th line now. So write this message behind the debug. Click on go now. Is it correcting or not, sir? So remember, if you get any syntax mistake, we need to use the Ansible lint. What I need to use? So first of all, let me write the debug module. What is the debug module here? It's a module. What is the purpose of this module, sir? Use it to print messages. And you can also create custom outputs. Which one? Have I shown you how to create our custom output or not, sir? And one more thing, all of you, I think so I have given the like which one? What we call setup module I have given right in last session. So here is setup module. In the same setup module, I get the values from here. Okay. So again, the setup module, I'm gonna cover this here. Why? Because here in practice, you might forget how I get these values. I get these values with the help of setup module, right? Only one thing. If the procedure means pre-value is Ansible, then only variable will work. Otherwise, variable will not work. Is my point clear for all of you? Then fine. So in interview, they will ask you one more concept also. Like it is not that much of really important, but I'll tell you. Jinja to template actually. Sir, basically Jinja to template is also used to create customizer output. Is it to create? So basically it's a text file. Jinja to template is a text file which can extract the variables and these values will be changed as per time. See, for example, here I have the file. In this file, I want to extract the values. What I want to extract? Whenever you extract the values from the file to create your customized output, for that purpose, we can use Jinja to template. What we can use? So in interview, they will ask you, but not on all times, very, very oftenly. Not very rarely, very, very oftenly, they will ask you. Now tell me, what is Jinja to template? To create the customized output. So it will get extract values from other file and create our own output. So based upon these values is going to change sometimes. Okay. Based upon these variables, the values are going to change. Fine. So till now, first concept we have seen is which concept we have seen? Conditions. After that, we have seen handler. When we are going to use handler, one task is depending upon here notify and name of the handler should be same. When we use conditions to satisfy different requirements. If the cluster is heterogeneous, we need to use condition. For homogeneous, we won't use much. Okay. And what is the purpose of using debug module? To print the message. And also you can create the customize. What is the other concept you can use to create customize output? Jinja to template. It is to create your customize output and will extract the values from the file. Is the content clear for all of you till now? Or in these concepts, if you are having any doubt, let's discuss your doubt for 5 minutes and I'll go for next concept. Time is 5:15 now. From 5:15 to 5:20. If you are having any doubts on these four concepts, both on and offline, you can ask. We will discuss it and we will go for next topic only. So now go ahead if you are having any doubts or queries. Online, if you want to speak, you can raise your hand also. I'll give unmute option for all of you. And offline, you can ask if you are having any queries. Don't you have any queries? Till now, is everything clear? Sure. And what about you boys? All of you clear? Is everything doubt or anything you want me to ask? Fine. So next year, instead of going for topic, I'll take one concept. Basically, for Ansible, we have some other alternative like Chef, Puppet, SaltStack. Like this, we have some other alternative tools. I'll teach about them first of all. If I open the Ansible PDF, in the Ansible PDF, I have mentioned the differences between all the things. If you go and see, here you can see the differences. So these are the differences about Ansible, Chef, Puppet, SaltStack. So one thing I'll tell about is difference between Ansible and Chef and Puppet is Ansible is agentless. That means in worker node, are you installing any software? But for Chef, you need to install, sir. And Ansible connection is SSH. Chef connection is Bootstrap. Which one? Ansible use Playbook. Chef will use Cookbook. Which one? So in interview, they might ask you some differences. Here I have given the difference between each and every tool. If you want to read this one. Or if you want to write this three difference between Chef versus Puppet. Write all of you. Open your notes. Ansible uses Playbook. Chef use Cookbook. I write here. Just copy the notes from here. Chef. These are the major differences. Okay. They might ask you on interview. Differences written? Okay, fine. So next concept here, whatever I'm going to discuss, is for example, in Ansible, we have some strategies. Okay, this is also a theoretical concept, Ansible strategies. So if I go here, see, strategies. We scroll down. The Ansible strategy, where it is here. So Ansible strategy is nothing but the way how you execute the playbook, sir. What is the meaning of Ansible strategy? The way how playbook will execute. Way of executing playbook, or it's a way how playbook will work on nodes. Anything is going to be same. First definition or second definition. So first strategy is going to be linear strategy. Which one? Linear means execute task sequentially. Linear means what? Executing the task. For example, if you go here, is a task number 1, task number 2, task number 3. It is going to execute sequentially. How it is going to execute on server number 1, server number 2, server number 3, server number 4. Task 1 done. Again, server number 1, 2, 3, 4. Task number 2 done. Task number 3, server 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what we can call as linear. What we can call as second one is going to be free strategy. Which one? Execute all tasks on all node at the same time. For example, if I have two tasks, task number 1, task number 2, task number 3. And if I have server number 1, 2, 3, 4. It execute all tasks on all nodes at the same time. Task 1 on all servers at the same time. Sorry, wait. Task 1 on all servers at the same time. Task 2 all servers at the same time. Task 3 all servers at a same time. This is what we can call as free strategy. Which one? Third one is going to be rolling. Rolling means if task 1 will execute on server number 1, server number 2, server number 3, server number 4. Task number 2 is going to start executing from server number 4. 3, 2, 1. And again task number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what we can call as rolling. What we can call as sequence and batch. Basically, we don't use this one. Sequential means like it's similar to linear, and batch means it is similar to free strategy. But again, this is not going to be your interview question. It is not going to be your interview question. But why I'm teaching is for your knowledge. Okay. So Ansible strategies are going to be linear, free, rolling, sequence, and batch. Write this on your notes, all of you. I'll give some time. Don't worry. Just write this on your notes. Ansible strategies. Basically, rolling sequence batch is not required, guys. Just you can use linear. Linear means however you define the task, it will execute task like that only. Free. Free means all tasks will perform on all nodes at a same time. So this rolling sequence batch are very advanced. Basically, we don't use this on real time also. Linear and free. Free is the default strategy base. So linear is the default strategy which is going to work. Execute task sequentially as defined in playbook for your more information. Ansible only Sunil. We don't use Chef and Puppet. Why? Because those are outdated actually. So April, for example, whenever you are performing Ansible commands, which one you are using? Ansible command only. But if you want to perform Chef, you need to use knife. Knife execute playbook. Okay, knife execute Chef book like that. For Ansible playbook, you are using Ansible command line tool. But for Chef, you need to use knife as command line tool. So is the Chef versus Ansible and strategy is clear for all of you guys? What is the meaning of strategy? Way of executing the playbook, or it's a way how playbook will work on the nodes, right? So how many strategies we have mainly? Just tell only to linear, free. Which one is going to perform by default? Linear. Linear means however you define the task that will execute on worker nodes one by one. Okay. So next concept is going to be Ansible Vault concept. Which concept? But before I teach about Ansible Vault for you, let's understand a small basic deployment. Can we deploy Netflix application? Front end part only. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just to deploy one front end Netflix application. For that purpose, what I'll do is let's say deployment of Netflix. Only front end part. Okay. Not bar file I'm deploying, just front end part. See. So I'm going to here and I'm removing all of them. First of all, let's try to understand hyphen hosts. I'm executing on all. For example, let's deploy developing first of all. Next here, tasks. Sir, here understand the scenario how it is going to deploy. So it is my developing server 1. It is my developing server 2. Okay. And like this, I have testing server 1 and testing server 2. I want to deploy, I want to deploy Netflix application. For that purpose, what I'll do is there will be some developers. There will be some developer 1, developer 2, developer 3. All this will write the code on their local. At the end of the day, they will push the code to the GitHub. All of you know this process, right? Developers will push the code to the, where is your GitHub on your cloud? Correct or not? All the time your GitHub will be on cloud only. From the GitHub, I'll take the code to the Ansible server. Which server? So from GitHub, I'll try to take the code to the Ansible server. Now from the Ansible server, I'll deploy the code to each and every worker node. Now how it is going to do means, first of all, you need to understand two things. If I want to get the code, which tool I need to install? If I want to get the code from GitHub, which tool I need to install? Without Git, can I get the code, sir? And after that, in worker nodes, I want to show the front-end part of application. That means which tool I need to install here? Front-end part means, already I said hundreds of times. Front-end part means HTTPD. Your web server is what? Web server is what? App server is Tomcat. Database server is MySQL or anything. Already you listen to the demo data, right? There I have clearly said. Never ever forget about types of servers. Web server is Apache, port number 80. App server is Tomcat, port number 8080. Database server is MySQL or Oracle or Postgres, that can be anything. Don't forget this one. Clear now? Fine. So now I need to install Git first of all. I need to install HTTPD on all the worker nodes and I need to start them. First of all, let's try to do this one. Go to worker nodes. Now tell me how to install Git, sir. You tell me the process. -name. Tell me. Installing Git. After installing a Git, like what is the command I need to use? Name is equal to state is equal to, oh wait, present present. Next thing is I want to install web server, that is Apache. Tell me. Name is equal to state is equal to, I won't do the deployment. I just give the input, but you tell me the process. Now install HTTPD. It says service. So you need to start. Tell me the module. Name. Which module? So next, do you want to get the code now? Checkout I am giving. Checkout means getting the code. Or put checkout. So if I want to get the code, I need to get the code from which tool? You need to use Git module. Git module is used to get the code. So now give the repository. From which repository you are getting the code? For example, if you go to here you have the scripts. Okay. GitHub, Raham Sheikh, Netflix code. Just go to GitHub Raham Sheikh. Try to search from here. I already have the repository called Netflix here. Just check it. Are you seeing Netflix web application code here? And you can see Netflix code. Anything you can use. Both are going to be the same thing. Seeing the code here, Netflix code. Copy the URL. From this repository, I am getting the code and write destination. Sir, whenever you get the code, you need to put the code to var www.html. Correct or not, sir? I am putting the code to var www.html. If I don't put this code, I won't get the code. So here I am checking out the code with the help of Git. It is my repository. It is my destination. Now try to execute the playbook. But one thing you need to understand, I'll tell you later. As of now, not. Ansible playbook raham.yaml. Is it executing the playbook or not, sir? First of all, you are installing the Git. Installing HTTPD here. Checkout also done. Now copy the public IP address. What you need to copy? And connecting for your dev servers. Why? Because in this server you have deployed the code. Copy the public IP address, paste it here. Are you getting your code here, Netflix application? And take the IP address of your developing two node. Copy this and paste it here. Are you getting the Netflix application here? And even though if I go for testing server one, if I go and if I give, am I going to get the application now? No, man. I deployed on developing servers, right? The playbook executed on which nodes here? Dev nodes. But I'm checking with which node? Then is it going to work or not, sir? No, sir. Clear? Tell me one thing. You deployed the just some basic front-end application, right? Who told me the playbook? I told you or you told to me? You told me, right? I haven't taught you anything. What I have done is, first of all, I shown you the blueprint. Okay, this is the blueprint. Based upon this blueprint, you came to know which tools you want. Okay, first of all, Sari is telling that like we need to get the code. To get the code, which tool we need to install? And after that, he is going to tell we are going to install it on worker nodes. For worker nodes, if the code need to be visible, I need to install front end. The web server I need to install. What I need to install? Web server name is I installed or not, sir? After installing HTTP, what you are going to do? Start it. You know that point or not, sir? I said only how to get the code. That code also, just I said you Git. What I said here? If I go to, oh, wait. If I go to here, I just shown you to get the code from Git. I am using Git module. Which module? It is my repository and it is the destination. Is the point clear? So this is the way how you are going to use the playbook to deploy the application. Is my point clear for all of you? Got clarity how it is going to work? Everyone. What about your online? Is the playbook execution clear for all of you? How we executed the playbook? Can you please confirm me once? And one more thing I'll tell you. This is going to be very, very important. Wait, models not. For example, till now you shown us how to integrate the Git with public repo. For example, if the repository is private, see what will happen. What I'm doing here, as of now, this repository is public or private, sir? Go to settings. In the settings, all of you know how to make it private, right? Change visibility, change to private. Yes. Yes. Make this repository private. If I make this repository private and if I try to executing your testing notes is not done, right? See what will happen now? I am trying it on testing notes, but the repository gone to private mode. Which mode? Again, in testing also it is going to install Git. It is going to install HTTPD. Everything will work. But one thing, expect. What happening here? The code got stuck. What happened to playbook? Why it is stuck? It's gonna fail soon. Why? Because for public repository, you can directly take the code, sir. But if the repository is private, how can you take the code directly? Is it possible? For that purpose, we need to generate the token. What we need to generate? How to generate token? All of you know, right? Settings. Next, go for. Wait. I want only this for 7 days. Generate token. Copy this token. Sir, you are saying that you generate the token, but where you are going to give the token now means, first of all, I'll stop the execution of playbook. Go to the playbook, vimbraham.yml. In the playbook, here you need to define the token. What are you going to define here? Token. But how to define the token? That's what my question is. Here, if you see the playbook, I'll explain. After your github.com username, you need to generate the token here. Like, sorry, you need to paste the token here, not generate. If I open Ansible, if I go to the page last, here I'll show you. Wait. Scroll. Sir, for private code, same playbook, but where you are pasting before your username, correct or not, sir? That is the only thing. Apart from that, everything will be same. Before your username means you need to paste it here, right? Check it, verify one more time. HTTPS. Here there is no github.com. Are you seeing any github.com here? No, just remove that one and paste your token. Paste it. Token paste now. Try to execute the playbook now. It will work. Already this Git everything is installed. So basically you will get on green color. Forgot about that one. What happened here? GitHub. So I said you to remove the GitHub, but it's not to remove completely. We removed the GitHub, right? GitHub need to be removed, but where it need to be removed? At the front. At the front part, you need to remove the GitHub. So if you go to here, vimbraham.yml, here after the token, just try to give github.com now. In the playbook also I mentioned the same thing. Where I given here at the rate of github.com. Okay. Just mention the small point. So remove means not completely removing, just put it at the end. So at the rate, just to give github.com. Clear now? That's it. Is it going to work for you now? Try to check and verify it is going to work or not. Copy the public IP address of your test server 1. Check it out. Is it working or not, sir? And go for testing server 2. How about this one? Is it working? Copy the public IP address. Fine. Is it working or not, sir? So this is the way how you are going to work with the Ansible. Okay, take the code from GitHub, take it to Ansible server, from Ansible server deploy to all the worker nodes. I have shown on both ways. If the repository is public, don't use token. If the repository is private, we need to use token. So let me get this for you. First of all, let me copy. So here I am writing on two ways, okay, for public repo and for private repo. First one, for public repo. Okay, this one. And if the repository is private, this one. In the public, what I need to remove here? Token I want to remove. What I want to remove? But for private, we need to give the token. Here I am removing everything and I am writing here token. Clear, sir? Is the deployment easy or difficult for to understand? Easy or difficult? Why? Because deployment performed on 4 steps. How many steps? In that 4 steps, already know 3 steps, right? Only you learned about new step. But the same thing in the next upcoming days, I'm going to show you how to deploy the var file. You have seen the Jenkins project, right? I will show you how to integrate Jenkins and Ansible. Not now. Tomorrow we have some other concepts to cover. If I cover those concepts, then I will show you how to integrate Jenkins with Ansible. Again, it is going to be very easy process. Okay. So this is the deployment of our application. Now, if you go and see, all servers are working with the GitHub or not, sir? Taking the code and executing it on GitHub. For example, I'll show you the live also. Currently, here you are seeing sign in, right? Here you are seeing password also, email address and password. So here I'll try to change. Instead of sign in, I'll put login now. Go to my code here. Instead of your repositories, just go to my code and try to change something here. I'm changing this one. Netflix code. If you go here in index.html, go here and try to change. Instead of login, what I'm going to put here? Sign in. So wait. Netflix originals, not this one. Wishlist trending. No. No, sign in is there. Huh? Wait, what is the smaller caps here used? Sign spacing. Okay. Wait. Here is not. It is. Wait. Let me check. Trending now. Wishlist. Netflix original histo tag. Title. Okay. Wait. It is not the place where we need to edit. Index.html is not. So this one. Are you seeing here register and everything? Email address. So here I need to change. Click on this pen. So go to register.html. Here I want to change instead of register, or go to here. I want to change like this. Wait. I'm searching what to change. Instead of password, just add credentials. Okay. Instead of email address, just to give username. What I'm giving here. Have I changed the code here? If I change the code and if I deploy the application, is it going to work or not, sir? But this time I'll try to deploy on all servers at the same time, not developing and testing individual. I'll just deploy on all the servers. Write the playbook. Now, if you go and see, the playbook will execute, and instead of username, sorry, email, you will get the username, and instead of password, you will get the credential. Go here and click on refresh. The code change it here? No. Let me remove the cache and have I given all? Okay, all I have given. Change it here. Why it is not changing? We change it here, right? But why it is not updated here? Can anyone tell me what might be the reason? Sorry? Not change the repository link is same, right? But why? Like why it is not changing? So go for login.html. Here also if you want to change. Are you seeing sign in here? Email address, password. You change it only on one place. So if I try to change second place, instead of email address, I'll try to add username here. What I'll try to add? user name. I'll only do this change. As of now, I'm trying to change only this change. Try to execute the playbook. Whenever you are changing the code, sometimes you need to change it on multiple places. If you change on single place, it won't reflect for you. Of course, this is the work of your front-end developers, but I'm telling you for knowledge. Click on refresh. Instead of email address, what you are getting now? Getting or not, sir? Whatever the file you change, that file name is wrong. We are not going to change on that file. We need to change on multiple files. Then only it is going to work for you. Is it clear now? That's it. So if you want to practice, change on login.html. Where you need to change on? If you go for JS, basically JS is the backend purpose. Like your server side, we can call it as not backend, server side. Okay. Try to go for login.html. So I hope this will be enough for today. Okay. So in today's session, we speak about first of all conditions. After condition, we speak about after handlers, we speak about debug and Jinja model. And after that, chef versus Ansible and strategies we have seen. And finally, we have seen the deployment of Netflix application. Oh, wait. So this is the stuff we have seen for today's session, sir. So I'm going to share the history for all of you. Where it is history? In last class, 118 is the last one. Huh? 118. So from here, we started out today's session. So this history, notes and everything I'm going to post on your. And one more thing, I am trying hardly to give you the PDFs, but due to the email out storage, it is not going to give me properly. So I'll try to change my email and I'll try to change the give PDFs for you. As of now, don't worry about PDFs. Why? Because same content, whatever I'm showing on PDF, you are seeing it here. So now if I open my Google Classroom here, the Google Classroom, I'm going to post it there. Classwork. So online, you are going to get the notes from Google Classroom. Please take it from there. So now we have still 10 minutes of time. If you are having any queries, you can ask me in this 10 minutes. Any doubts or any queries from your end? Don't we have any? Okay. What about you online? If you are having any queries, please raise your hand. I'll give an unmute option for you. Google Classroom not added till Gautam, please ping your admin Gautam, okay? Your admin is going to be Rajesh sir, I think so, or if not Shubham. So please try to ping your admin, okay? So they will add you. So Sujana, you can speak, Sujana.
Raham sir, so far we have executed Ansible automation playbooks on Red Hat and Ubuntu.
Red
What
Hat
if,
only.
sorry, I mean, yeah, Red Hat only. But what if an organization have Windows servers also, and if they need automation using Ansible, will
For
that
Windows
work?
also you can execute the playbooks, but most of the organization, 99% they will use Linux servers only, not Windows. If you want to use Windows execution, type here Ansible official documentation, Ansible playbook for Windows. Okay. So it is gonna show you how to execute playbooks on Windows. Okay. Basically, we won't use playbooks on Windows mostly. We use Linux servers only. But if you want to use, so this is the way how you can use. Are you seeing this one?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Same syntax, but the URLs and package manager is going to be different. For example, if you want to install any software, this is the way how you can install. Present and absent, we seen or not, sir? It is the
Yeah.
name of the model, Win Chocolate. Chocolate is a model, basically called as Chocolatey. It is a model used to install any package on the. Windows. So here you can
Windows.
see win command, use it to execute the Linux command directly. So you can use like this. I hope
Okay.
it is clear for you, Sujana.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So next a query from Vaishnavi. Sir, when we go for lab practice, we have share our screen also or joining is enough? You can practice from morning 9 to evening 7:30, right? So whatever time you want to practice, you can practice Vaishnavi. So Nexus code not working when I create a project. Nexus in Nexus we don't have code. Nexus we have the pipeline syntax. So Venkatesh, if you're not getting the pipeline syntax, please join with your mentors. Okay, they will help you how to set up it. I think you might be doing some wrong configuration over it. That is the reason why you are facing this issue. Hope it is clear for you, Venkatesh. Okay, then still any queries? Okay, then. So are we good for today? Or still we are having any queries you can ask. If not, we can wrap session for today. Let's meet on tomorrow's session. And guys, how many of you are going to labs here? Raise your hands. So fine, all of you are going. What about girls? You don't want jobs, huh? If not going to lab, try to practice on your home. Okay, like home or PG anywhere. Okay, but don't forget the practice. Okay, then thank you everyone. Let's meet on tomorrow's session. Have a great day. Bye. Sorry, any? Just remind me tomorrow. I'll tell you. Okay.